Hey guys, what's going on? It's Nate Rio, and thanks for tuning in for another episode of AskNateRio.com. In today's episode, my buddy Amin K, a graphic designer based out of Canada, formerly out of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, wants to know.
Hey Nate, being a graphic designer for 6 months right now and working with you, now I know you have a lot of tasks to do. My question is how you prioritize your task every day. Thanks.
Okay, so for that question, I'm going to answer using my whiteboard. So let's head inside and let's take a look. All right, so welcome inside. I wanted to use my whiteboard today to answer Amin's question. How do you prioritize your day? So the first thing that I do when I wake up, and I really try hard not to do this, is I don't grab my cell phone and start looking at social media and looking at my emails. Because what that's going to do is it's going to get me off on the wrong side of the bed, so to speak. So what I try to do is get up, take a shower, and I typically go to a coffee shop and I grab, a coffee, and I grab a good breakfast, and then at that point I will start going through my emails and I will start addressing anything that's a quick hit, that takes a quick response, that doesn't take a lot of thought and energy. Then after about 15 minutes of having my routine, and also before that I'll try to get a walk in, usually first thing when I get up, I'll typically do that. But anyway, after I open my emails and I do some social media posts, things like that, those quick hit things, I'm gonna go home and then it's work time. And then what I need to do then at that point is I need to look at my calendar. And typically what I'll do is I'll even look at my calendar the night before so I can kind of prep for the next day mentally, and I know what kind of big tasks I have. And I don't want to do that right before bed though. Okay, so I might do that, after dinner sometime, because I don't want to be going to bed with all these tasks that I need to do, which is going to disrupt my sleep and things like that. So anyway, in the morning, then when I sit down at my desk and I'm ready for work, so wherever it might be, sometimes it's at a coffee shop, sometimes it's at home, sometimes it's at a different home, or if it's at a vacation home or something like that, or visiting friends, as you guys know, I like to travel a lot when I work. So anyway, I'll sit at my desk and it's time to get to work. So what I'll do at that point then is in my head, and I'll write this down as I'll go through these 4 quadrants. So we have the 1, 2, 3, 4 quadrant. The first thing is what's important and urgent. If it's important and urgent, it needs to be addressed right away, okay? The second thing is it urgent but not important. So it might not be super important, but it needs to get done right now, so I'll address those things, those urgent things. And then next we have the important but not urgent. Those are going to be our longer tasks. Maybe they're a week, 2 weeks. You need to be putting time and effort into those tasks, but they're not due today, they're not due tomorrow, so you can kind of plan accordingly to make progress. And then the last thing is not important, not urgent. Those are going to be things on the back burner, longer periods of time, longer deadlines. So you can also use this too. So let's say you're a student. I didn't really know about this when I was going to school, but this would have really helped. So you can plan your day when it comes to things like doing your homework, studying for an exam. When you prioritize things this way, you have a systematic approach, and you will find things to do to fill your day, regardless of how many hours a day you work, whether it's 4 or 8, So if you have a job where you're responsible, or you're running your own business and you have to do everything in your business, this is a good place to start. So first of all, look at what's important and urgent, and then urgent but not important, important but not urgent, and then last, not important and not urgent. So and then as you know, I'll have calendar appointments booked throughout the day. So those are obviously when it's 2:30 and I have a 2:30 appointment, that's important and urgent, so I need to do that, and then everything else kind of falls in line. So that's how I prioritize my day. It's very simplistic, but simple things like this and then taking action make it work. So that's this episode of AskNateRio.com. If you like that, share this, tag a friend on this video if you think it will help them with their productivity. If you have a question for me, somewhere on this page there's a button you can ask me a question that will help you in your home business or other type of business. But anyway, that's it for Nate for another episode of Ask Nate Rio. We'll see you next time.